Please everybody be physically comfortable and mentally be relaxed. Also, please make sure all of us know the meaning, the importance, why we have the Dharma class, particularly Lamrim. Also make sure we are very much sure the benefit of studying and practicing Dharma. Therefore, at the beginning, everybody just think, I will study Dharma, I will practice it only one reason for becoming Buddha, to benefit all sentient beings. Also, please always must remember, so we are very lucky to be a human, to have all the necessity condition for this life, conditioning for study and practice of Dharma. Also, please remember, the life is impermanent, it changing momentarily. In the end, so we have to live this world, this life, then we goes to next life. The next life can be a desirable, undesirable life. It depends on our daily actions. If we have a lot of positive actions, we can have the desirable life. If we have a lot of the negative actions in our daily life, then we can have undesirable life, which has full of sufferings. Therefore, please visualize all sentient beings around us and recognize them as our dearest mother, our dearest father, friends and relatives, and cultivate great compassion, great love, and eliminate all the negative thoughts, particularly anger and hatred. Please visualize all sentient beings, cultivate love and compassion. and wish all sentient beings be happy, achieve the ultimate and lasting happiness. In this moment, we don't have the powering for all sentient beings be happy. We don't have any power, all sentient beings, free from suffering. If we become a Buddha, then we can free all sentient beings from suffering. We can provide all the necessity condition for free from suffering. Therefore, please visualize all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, include your Guru, and generate bodhicitta. Meaning, I wish to be Buddha, I wish achieve the enlightened, the fully enlightened state to benefit all sentient beings. Within this motivation, we can start our Lamrim class. At the beginning of the volume 3, we studied the benefit of meditation. Also, we studied the nature of serenity and insight, or spiritual insight. When we do meditation, first we need very stable mind, which is free from the two destruction minds. Also, when we do meditation, we should not focus the external object. We only merely focus on the mental image, the image in our mind. When we achieve the serenity, then within the serenity, we need to analyze the image in our mind. We need to do a lot of analytical meditation within the serenity. Mean you fully focus on the chosen object without moving your mind from the object of meditation. Then we need to do analytical meditation. Second, that we learn the nature of serenity. Then next, also we fully understood why it is very important to cultivate both the serenity and insight. If we have only the meditative concentration, we have the meditative, the serenity, then our mind can be very focusful, but we cannot see the real nature of the phenomena. That means we cannot see very clearly, the emptiness and selflessness. If we have only the wisdom which is realize emptiness and selflessness, yes, we can perceive the emptiness, we can apprehend the emptiness, but we cannot perceive, apprehend the emptiness continuously, because our mind can be distracted by other thoughts. Therefore, here please remember the analogy, which is the butter lamp using to enlighten the picture, the painting, the defeat. So if the light is not moving by wind, but is not enough bright, then we cannot see the painting very clearly. The butter lamp is very bright, very strong. If there's a lot of wind around the butter lamp, also we cannot see the painting very clearly. In order to see the painting very clearly, precisely, we need both. The butter lamp must be very bright, not moving by wind. The wind is the analogy for the distracted mind. Only there's a two great enemy, laxity and excitement. So please remember, we need to practice both. And also, before we move the order of the two, so we study very short time for the importance of why we need to practice both. Please turn on page number 22. Is kind of advice. Thus, if you reject analytical meditation with discerning wisdom, both in the this section of perfection and in the view section of perfections, your cultivation of one-pointed concentration will be very weak. Therefore, without doing analytical meditation, without applying the analytical meditation, the wisdom, the both practice, methods and wisdom, then this kind of practice become very weak. Not only that, the technique for producing forceful and the long-lasting certainty about the meaning of selflessness is sustained analysis with discerning wisdom. Without the concentration, without the serenity, if we realize emptiness, but we cannot sustain the understanding of emptiness. Still, we can sustain the understanding of the mind, which is understand the emptiness, but it cannot be very forceful. In order to have a very forceful, continuously remember the selflessness, emptiness, then we need serenity. Selflessness, sustain analysis with the discerning wisdom. Without such as insight into reality, real nature, please remember this sentence. Without such insight into the real nature, no matter how long you cultivate serenity, you can only suppress the manifest afflictions. So without insight, only have a mindfulness, then for the short time, for the temporarily, you can reduce, you can suppress the manifest negative thoughts, the manifest afflictions, but you cannot eradicate their seeds. Therefore, in order to suppress, not only suppress, in order to eradicate the seeds, all the seeds of the afflictive emotions, the afflictions, we need to practice serenity with the wisdom, wisdom with the insight, insight with the serenity. So also you must remember, if we have only one side wing, we cannot fly far away. In order to fly far away, continuously far away, we need two wings. You cannot eradicate the seeds. Therefore, do not cultivate only serenity. You need to cultivate insight as well. That means simply, you need very focusful mind. Within the focus, when you focus on the object, within the meditative state, we need to learn how to analyze the object. That means you fully focus on the object is kind of serenity. Within the mindfulness, then your mind need to analyze the phenomena. Within the meditative serenity, when you're able to analyze, then we can see the truth nature of phenomena very clearly. Not only able to see, we can see the emptiness continuously. Then we can eradicate the seeds of the affliction, include ignorance. Here, what we need to remember, even though the serenity only cannot eradicate affliction, then only chanting, recitation, prostration, making offering mandala, all these practices, even though they cannot suppress the afflictions. So first, yes, generally we need to do a lot of chanting and recitation, prostration, making offering, mandala offering, going, pilgrimage. Also, most importantly, we need to do meditation. When we do meditation, there's only two types: special insight and serenity. Separately, then unionly. So please remember that. Then, now we understood, we need to practice both serenity and insight. So, which one first we must accomplish? Which one we must achieve first? Then page number 23. How to be certain about their order. That means according to Lama Tsong-kha-pa, according to all the Nalanda masters, the serenity and insight has a certain order, certain. Therefore, how to be certain about their order? Then this quotation, from the Shantideva, insight possessed for serenity destroys the affliction. Knowing this, seek serenity at the outset. That means when we have serenity, then you can pause it, then you can have the insight. When you have a both, then we can destroy it. We can eliminate the affliction. Only one of them cannot. Then there's a question. According to this statement by Shantideva, you first achieve meditative serenity and then cultivate insight on that basis. Please remember, the meditative serenity and insight has a certain order. Within these two, we need to achieve serenity first. Within the serenity, then we can achieve the insight, right? Then there's a question from Kamala Shila, first stage of the meditation says, each object of meditation is indeterminate, meaning that the object of meditation or meditative serenity is indeterminate, explained above. Therefore, so meaning the object of meditation. So what is the object of meditation? I mean, there's not such a thing we can say, this must be the object of meditation. Therefore, the object of meditation of meditative serenity is indeterminate. That means there's no certain, anything can be object of meditation. Then somebody thought, this is the case, then the selflessness also can be object of the meditative serenity. Right? Yes, it is. Why there's this question? In order to achieve serenity, in order to achieve insight on selflessness, it is not necessary to achieve serenity first. It can be achieved both simultaneously. Somebody has this kind of doubt. Therefore, look at object of meditation of serenity may be either reality itself or a conventional phenomena, possess of reality. Therefore, object of meditative serenity can be the conventional phenomena, can be the ultimate phenomena. It can be both. If you first, there's this from their point of view. If you first understand the meaning of selflessness, right? First you understand the meaning of selflessness and then meditate while focusing on this. That means first you try to understand selflessness. Within the having understanding of selflessness, then you can do meditation on selflessness. Right? It should be enough to simultaneously produce both serenity of undistracted mind and insight focused on the emptiness. Why then is it said that you first seek serenity and then cultivate insight? Right? This is a question. Then there's a reply by Lama Tsong-kha-pa. The way in which serenity preceded insight is follows. You do not need to have serenity already in order to develop understanding of the view that knows that there's no self. That means in order to understand selflessness, you no need to achieve serenity. Without serenity, you can realize, you can apprehend selflessness. Right? Lama Tsong-kha-pa said, no need. Number one. Number two, not only that, for we see that even those who lack serenity develop this view, nor do you need to have serenity already in order to experience mental transformation in regard of the view. Therefore, in order to realize selflessness, you no need to achieve serenity, meditative serenity. Without meditative serenity, you can realize, you can understand selflessness. Not only that, in order to have a transformation, the mental transformation based on knowing selflessness, you no need to achieve serenity. Without achieve serenity, you can have mental transformation based on selflessness. Mean, without serenity, you can realize emptiness. You can realize selflessness. In order to have the mental transformation based on emptiness, yes, you no need to achieve serenity. Sorry, you no need to achieve meditative serenity. Nor do you need to have serenity already in order to experience the mental transformation in regard to the view. For another precludes the mental transformation being brought on by the practice of repeated analysis with discerning wisdom, even the absence of serenity, right? Without serenity, you do a lot of analyze, do a lot of analytical kind of practice for emptiness. Yes, you can have a mental transformation. If you claim that the absence of serenity precludes mental transformation in regard to the view. If you say without serenity, you cannot have a mental transformation in regard to the view. If you say this, if you claim that, then very same reason force you to extremely absorb conclusion. Then you have to say like that conclusion that serenity is required even to experience mental transformation when meditate on impermanence, the false of second existence, or the spirit of enlightenment. If you say in order to have a mental transformation, if you say, without serenity, we cannot have a mental transformation, then what happened? Can you say, you're going to say without serenity, you cannot generate bodhicitta. You cannot have a experience of impermanence. You're going to say we cannot have a, experience of meditating on the false of the second existence. So here, make sure, first, what Lama Tsong-kha-pa said, based on all the quotation, the serenity and insight has a certain order. We need to achieve serenity first, then we can achieve insight. Without the meditative serenity, we cannot achieve insight. This is the statement. Then somebody says, because based on the Kamala Shilas, the first stage of meditation says, because Kamala Shila composed three important, teachings. The first stage of meditation, second stage, and third stage of meditation. This is the name of the text, teaching. What he said, what did he say? He said, object of meditation of meditative serenity is indeterminate. Mean there's not such a say, this must be object of meditative serenity, right? Then somebody raised a question, if this is the case, then the selflessness can be object of meditative serenity. The conventional phenomena also object of meditative serenity. Then first we try to understand selflessness. When we understood selflessness, then we meditate on selflessness. When we continuously meditate on selflessness, then we can achieve serenity and insight simultaneously. No need to achieve first, then second. This is the question raised by someone. Then Lama Tsong-kha-pa said, in order to realize emptiness, you no need to achieve serenity. Without serenity, you can realize selflessness. In order to have a mental transformation based on emptiness, selflessness, you no need to achieve serenity. Without serenity, you can have a mental transformation based on emptiness. Otherwise, if you're going to say, in order to have a mental transformation, you need to achieve serenity, then in order to have a experience of impermanence, in order to generate bodhicitta, then you have to say, first you need to achieve serenity, then bodhicitta. This is not the case, right? There's a question, answer. Then next paragraph, so why is serenity required for insight? Why? Why we must achieve serenity first, then insight? Why required for insight? Then according to Sutra, on revealing the intended of meaning, because in the Translation Nyingbo, right, the essence of the eloquence, the text name is different. Here, translated different way, is the same text. On revealing the intended meaning, as long as the practice of determination and special determination with discerning wisdom cannot generate physical and mental plancy, is constitute types of attention with approximate insight. So here, please everybody remember two different plancies. Before you achieve serenity, before we fully achieve the meditative serenity, we can have the plancy, the physical and mental plancy. that physical and mental buoyancy we can have due to practice of serenity. After serenity, achieve serenity, when you do a lot of analytical meditation, then at the ending of analytical meditation, then you can have another, other kind of types of mental and physical buoyancy. That true buoyancies we can have is arise based on the analytical meditation. The first one based on the serenity, based on the, I think, meditative what we call meditative stability. So here look at, so there's a two words, right? As long as the practice of determination and special determination with discerning wisdom cannot generate physical and mental buoyancy, it is constitute types of attention which approximate insight. Without the true buoyancy, physical and mental buoyancy, doesn't matter how long you do analytical meditation, still it cannot be the insight. Its proximity is similar with the insight. It's not real insight. It constitutes a type of attention which proximate insight. When it generates buoyancy, then it is insight. Thus, if you have no attained serenity, if you have no attained serenity, then no matter how much analytical meditation you do with discerning wisdom, in the end, you will not be able to generate the delight and bliss of the physical and mental buoyancy. Once you have attained the meditative serenity, then even the analytical meditation of discerning wisdom will accumulate in the buoyancy. Hence, insight requires meditative serenity as cause. This will explain below. So, as a homework, please everybody read this page number 24 few times. Please try to understand why we need to achieve serenity first, the insight. Without serenity, doesn't matter how long, how much you do analytical meditation, on emptiness, your the wisdom, the proximate insight cannot be real. So please read few times. You make sure you know the order. Continuously, the discerning wisdom becomes insight when, without focusing on a single object, it can generate buoyancy through the power of analysis. So generate buoyancy by setting your attention on the single object of meditations. Okay, now please open the page number 28. 28. So there we already learned the benefit of the meditation, the nature of serenity, the nature of insight. Also, we learned why it is so important. We need to practice both. If we practice only one of them, we cannot eliminate, if we cannot eradicate the seeds of all the afflictions, right? Then also we learn the certain order of the two practices. Now we go more, precisely about meditation. Page number 28. How to train each. So, that means how we can practice, how our mind can be trained in each of them. This has three sections. What are the three sections? Please read. In Chinese, in English. Okay. Number one, how to train in meditative serenity. Number two, how to train in insight. Then how to unite. Then how to unite the meditative serenity and insight. Then how to train in the meditative serenity. This has three parts. So first we have to achieve serenity. So how we can achieve serenity? It has three parts. What are the three parts? Please read. Okay, number one, relying on the preconditions for meditative serenity. So we need to rely, we need to apply, we need to use on the preconditions for meditative serenity. Also number two, how to cultivate serenity on that basis. First, you need to know the precondition. On the basis of that precondition, we can achieve serenity. That the measure of successful cultivation of serenity. Then at the end, how we know, we fully achieve serenity. Therefore, successful cultivation of serenity. Relying on the preconditions for meditative serenities, at the outset, the yogi, that means like we, yogi refer to you. At the outset, the yogi should rely on the precondition for serenity, which make it possible to achieve serenity quickly and comfortably. There are six. Therefore, first we need to recognize, we need to identify the precondition. One, we have, because all this, order is a very certain order. Therefore, we must have the precondition. We have this precondition, then we can achieve serenity quickly and comfortably. There are six. What are the six? Please read everybody, English and Chinese. What is the number one? Number two. Number three. Number four. Number five. Number six. That means there are six preconditions to achieve serenity. Dwelling in a appropriate area. Number 2, having little desire. Number 3, being content. Number 4, contemplate giving up many activities, completely giving up many activities. Number 5, pure ethical discipline. Number 6, completely getting rid of thoughts of the desire. That means 6 preconditions. Within the 6, there are 6, I think A, B, C, D, E, 6 characteristics, 6 kind of characteristics within the first. The area should have 5 attributes. That means the area, the place where we do meditation, it must have 5 attributes, 5 qualities. Easy access, so that necessities such as food and clothing may be readily obtained. That means easy access. Necessity such as food and clothing, right? Therefore, when we do meditation, the access is very easy to whatever you wish to get. Food and clothing. B, being a good place to live where there are no wild bites such as predator, no enemies. That means the place must be very peaceful, not any harmful thing around us. C, being on a good piece of ground, means the place must be very good land, good piece. Mean that does not breed sickness. If the place is very wet, easy to get sickness. The place is very dry, very cold, also very easy to get sickness. Therefore, the place where we do practice meditation, the land, the ground must be, have a good piece of ground. Then D, offering good companionship. That means if you do practice with others, then the companion, the dharma friend must be good one. Mean ethically disciplined and like-minded. That means both of you being ethical. Also, both you have a very similar kind of idea, similar concept. Otherwise, there must be, argument. If you practice alone, then you don't need to worry. Then E, being well instituted in as much as there are not many people about in the day and little noisy at night. So the place must be quite quiet, right? Then many people think, most of you are Singaporean, you think, oh, I cannot do, really meditation in Singapore. I want to go to Tibet, I want to go to Bhutan, I want to go to Himalaya. When you are in Singapore, you think it's very easy to do practice meditation like Tibet, like, part of Himalaya, Bhutan. When you go there, not easy. The weather cannot be stable for you. The weather can be very nice, but not easy to access for your food and clothing. Therefore, actually, Singapore is the right place for meditation. Because look at easy access. For you, very easy to get food and clothes. You just order food through the food panda. You can get the food on time, whatever you want, right? Easy access. Then the good place to live. Singapore, you don't have any dangers, harmful kind of animals, any insect. When you go Himalaya, like Ladakh, like Tibet, Bhutan, there's a lot of wild, animal. Also quite, wild, kind of not wild, very lot of, bad people. Singapore, look at, even though you do, meditation during the day in like a McRitchie in forest, very peaceful, very quiet. Then number C, being on a good piece of ground. Singapore is very nice place, not so hot, not so cold. The temperature you can adjust. There's no danger to have a lot of sickness living in Singapore, living in your place. Then good companionship, right? So most of you live, have your own room. Even though you live with your family, I don't think any of you share, room with your brother, your sister, your father, your mother. I think everybody has your own room. This means you don't need to worry your companionship. Then being well situated, in as much as there are no many people about the day and little noisy at the night. Yes, Singapore actually, the population is very small. Interestingly, you have, supermarket, shop everywhere. Therefore, the population, the public cannot really gather in one place. Like a Delhi, when you go to like a supermarket, there's 100,000 people come at the supermarket. Usually, Singapore is not look like very busy. And night is very quiet, particularly in the resident area, but TBC is, in the kind of commercial area, still quite sometimes noisy, but most of the resident area is very quiet, right? If your neighbors make noisy, you can complain to the police, very easy to stop. Therefore, I think Singapore, what I felt this morning, Singapore is the one of the good place to do meditation. Easy access, good place to live, then being a good piece of ground, place, then companionship, being well instituted, and there are no many people, right? Look at this, man, you have a right place, appropriate area. Then having little desire, very important. You do not strongly crave more or better robe. Generally, if you compare, like a monks and the lay person, renowned, let's say monks and nuns, like say bhikshu, bhikshu. If you compare Sangha and lay person, maybe lay person needs more clothes, more things. The monks need less. It doesn't mean, the monks, any monks don't need so many things. There are so many monks who need so many things. Also, it doesn't mean you are a lay person, you must have so many things. No. I think also living in Singapore is quite easy. if you have just few sets of clothes, maybe like 2 or 3 pairs of shoes, or 2 pairs of, like a bed sheet and pillow cover, or light blanket. Actually, you don't need lot of physical things. Living in like a Himalaya, like Tibet, Bhutan, summer, you need summer clothes. You need winter clothes. You need autumn clothes. You need spring clothes. Winter, you need a lot of thick, blankets, thick clothes. Not easy. Singapore, you can survive with a very little physical things. You don't need a lot of clothes. You don't need a lot of pair of shoes. Therefore, you do not strongly crave more or better robe, not a robe, clothes, food. Then being content. You're always content to have even the, press robe. Contentment, it content or uncontent, incontent, it depend on your thoughts. If you look at, we have many different kinds of mobile phone. Within the like a Samsung, there are so many kinds, Apple, so many kinds. If you are happy with just simple smartphone, is okay. Therefore, you should not have a strong kind of, uncontentment. So you already have this one. Number 4, completely giving up many activities. So therefore, most of us, I think over 50. Therefore, we don't need a lot of activities. We don't have to do so many things, right? Completely give up many activities. If we do a lot of activities, physical activity, mental activities, verbal activities, then when we do meditation, we can remember all the activities what we have done. Also, we're going to remember what we have to do next. Therefore, when we do meditation, all the lot of activities can become great obstacles. Therefore, completely giving up many activities. Then number 5, pure ethical discipline. Doing this or wrong be nature. So how we can be very pure ethical discipline? How we can be very pure, right? So if you already have the vows, if you has taken the vows, layperson vows, Bodhisattva vows, the Tantra vows, then you must maintain the vows. For the Pratimoksha vows, the 4 root vows is very important. In order to able to maintain the root vows, we need to control our desire, hatred. Because killing, we can have the killing activities because of the anger or hatred or desire or attachment. Because many people killed someone because the people really hate that people. Or they killed because they need their property, their money because of desire. So if we control our desire, anger, hatred, then we can maintain the one of the root vow, which is not killing. Then the stealing. Also, the stealing we can have because of the desire, because of the craving, right? Then the sexual misconduct. Also, if you're able to control your craving and desire attachment, you can stop to have the sexual misconduct. Therefore, in order to maintain the four root vows, you need to control the attachment, anger, desire, then ignorance. If you have taken the Bodhisattva vows, then all the Bodhisattva practices rooted by great compassion. If you always have a compassion towards everybody, then you don't have any sense of anger, sense of hatred. Then you're not going to break the root vow of Bodhisattva. Also, if you always have a great compassion, then you always control the self-centered attitude. Then Tantrayana vows, there's many vows, because usually what you have to do, daily you need to do the 6 session Guru Yoga based on knowing the meaning. Then you must have a very pure faith, devotion to your Guru. Therefore, pure ethical discipline. Then completely getting rid of the thoughts of the desire. So we can study a little bit this one. In the case of desire, contemplate their disadvantage in this lifetime, such as they are leading to being killed or imprisoned, as well their disadvantage for the future, such as they are leading to rebirth in miserable realms. It depends on what kind of thoughts, the negative thoughts we have. So when we do meditation, different kinds of thoughts, even the positive thoughts, can be obstacle for your meditation. Of course, all the negative thoughts definitely become negative obstacle for your meditation. So what kind of thoughts we can have? So according to the thoughts arise, you must contemplate the disadvantage. For example, you are just doing meditation, so suddenly you think, you have a sense of feeling to drink coffee. Then the desire arises. When the desire arises about drinking coffee, if you go, taking coffee, then you waste your time. So you just, contemplate the disadvantage. Then you can reduce all the thoughts. So please turn page number 30. So second line, in particular, the most important ones are good ethical discipline, seeing desire as a disadvantage, and the dwelling in an appropriate area. So among the 6, right, having little desire, all within the 6, 3 are very important. 3, ethical discipline. Be ethical. Please maintain your ethical discipline. And seeing desire as disadvantage. When you have any kind of desire, negative desire, remember the disadvantage, advantage. Then appropriate area. Among the 6, these 3 are very important. So these are the precondition. Now B, how to cultivate serenity on that basis, right? Or on that the precondition basis. This has two parts. Number one, preparation and actual practice. Preparation and actual practice. Preparation. So first, the precondition, before we do meditation, what kind of precondition we need? Among the precondition, ethical discipline and desire, desire about the disadvantage, then appropriate area. Three things are very important. Now, how to cultivate serenity on that basis? It has two parts: preparation, actual practice. Preparation. Practice the six preparatory teaching explained above, and especially cultivate the spirit of enlightenment for the long time. Also, in the spot of that, you should do meditative practice that are the shared with the person of the small and medium capacity. So preparation, right? What kind of preparation we have to do? Based on having the six precondition, so we need to cultivate bodhicitta for a long time. So in order to cultivate bodhicitta, then we need to practice, right? We need to practice in the support. In the support mean in order to cultivate bodhicitta, you should do the meditative practice that are the shared with the person of small and medium capacity. That means also we need to contemplate about the karma and result. Also we need to contemplate the suffering of the lower realms, then suffering of the samsara, then renunciation. Then for us, very easy to cultivate or meditate on bodhicitta. So preparations, right? These are the kind of preparation. Actual practice. This has two parts. What are the two parts? Please read. What are the two parts? Meditative posture and meditative process is safe. Therefore, many people are very concerned, very worried about the posture. Posture is very important. Most important is the meditative process is safe. The meditative posture, so number one, what is the number one? Yes, 8 points. Right, 8. What's the number one? Cross your leg in the manner of the Venerable Vairochana, using either full lotus posture and the half lotus posture. So if you are very comfortable, if you are used to it, please do the full posture. If you're not able to do that, then you do the, half lotus posture. I think this is normal how we sit. What's the number 2? Please read in Chinese and English. Your eyes should be neither wide open nor too far closed. Therefore, many people, when we do meditation, at the beginning, everybody just close your eyes. Right? This means it's wrong. should not open too wide, should not close too far, right, too fair. Fair close, mean should not really look like open like that. There's a dangers to have excitement. If you close too fair too close, if too close, then there's danger to arise laxity. Okay, then make sure you open your eyes in the right amount, not too open, not too close. Please, any meditation, when you do, should not close your eyes. When your mind becomes very focused on the object, then slowly, because the eyes and sense become very weak, then slowly the eyes going to shut down. Then it's okay. You should not close with the intention, right? Your eyes should be neither wide, open, nor too far close. You should fix on the tip of your nose. Number 3. What's the number 3? Set with your awareness, direct it inward. Make sure this one with number 3 is very important. Sit with your awareness, direct it inward, right? Your awareness should not, aware the external object, should not look out. You must direct inward. Keeping your body straight. So if you have a problem to sit at the lotus posture, then I can say it's okay. You can sit on the comfortable chair, but your upper body, make sure upper body straight, without leaning too far back or being bent too far forward. Very straight, look like arrow, right? Then keep your shoulder straight and even. Not only your body, just upper body very straight. Also your shoulder should not too close like this. Huh? You just touch your shoulder towards your rib, then very easy to feel sleepy because it produces a lot of heat. You must have a little empty space, then the air can pass through. That means, just your shoulder should not be like this. It's just normal and should not touch on your rib. Number 5, please read Chinese also. Do not rest or lower your head, nor turn into side. Sit in so that your nose and navel are aligned. That means your head, should not too much back up, behind, front, left and right. Just keep straight. Number 6, set your teeth and lip in their usual natural position. Number 7, draw your tongue up close to your upper teeth. That means the tongue. You must touch the upper teeth. Then number 8, inhalation and exhalation should not be noisy, forced, or uneven. Let it flow effortlessly, ever so greatly, without any sense that you are moving in here to there. So your breath, just you breathe, just gently. So those are the 8 kind of feature. Within the 8, number 3 is very important. Set with your awareness, direct inward, and keep your body straight without leaning too far back or being bent too far forward. So please you remember all this future gesture, and you must do when you do meditation. So then the next is mentioned, what is the benefit to do the proper posture? Then he's talking about 5 benefits. Those are not that important. Now please move to the meditative process. Please remember the precondition. 6. Within the 6, first has a 5 attributes. Then you have the precondition. Then what is the what is the preparation? That means because we're going to practice bodhicitta, therefore we need to cultivate bodhicitta for a long time. In order to cultivate bodhicitta, please do remember the shared practice between small and medium capacity. Then when you do meditation, how should I sit? The posture. The meditative process. Buddha speaking the stage of the path, body speaking, the stage of the path, tradition indicate that you achieve serenity by means of the 8 antidotes, which eliminates the 5 faults listed in Maitreya. So this I think we will learn next, because these are not that necessary. So we just jump at the page number 33. Page number 33. How to develop the flawless concentration. The stages in which the mental state are thereby developed. How to develop the flawless concentration has 3 parts. Very important. How to develop flawless concentration, flawless, unmistaken concentration. It has 3 parts. What are they? Please read. Okay, it has 3 parts. What is the number 1? Please read. What to do prior to focusing the attention on an object of meditation. So this has a few steps. Very, very, very important, these steps, okay? If you cannot stop the laziness of being disinclined to cultivate concentration, and of the enjoyment things that are not conducive to it. So laziness. So we need to stop laziness. Why we need to stop laziness? It's very simple. Generally, when we were being lazy in school, then we know in our whole life, we cannot achieve that much. So even though your daily life, if we being lazy, we lose so many things. We lose so many opportunities. Even though we waste our timing. So we need to stop laziness. Please remember the big word, laziness. Because laziness the laziness of the being disinclined to cultivate concentration. If you have a lazy, we cannot cultivate concentration. Not only that, enjoying things that are not conducive to it. Lazy doesn't mean doing nothing, not able to do. For example, when we play, watching movie, right? When you watch movie, you can watch movie continuously 3 hours without resting, 3 hours. This kind of mental activity is laziness for meditation, for dharma practice. Therefore, look at the laziness can be obstacle to practice meditation, because enjoying things that are not conducive to it, right? Laziness, we need to stop laziness, because laziness stops us to do meditation. Also, the laziness lead us to do lot of things. That lot of things to do, this cannot be conducive, cannot be positive, kind of cause for meditation. How we stop laziness, the question here. Then, from the outset, you will not gain entry into concentration. Even if you do attain it once, you will be unable to sustain it. So it will be quickly distorted, right? Being lazy, we cannot do meditation. Also, the being lazy lead us do a lot of other activities. It can be the negative cause for meditation. Not only that, if we have a lot of laziness at the beginning, we cannot really enter into the meditation. Somehow, when we enter in meditation, it cannot be there for a long time. You will unable to sustain it, so it will quickly distort it. Therefore, it is most crucial to stop laziness in the beginning, right? It is most crucial to stop laziness in the beginning. Laziness. When you attain fluency in which your mind and body are full of delight and bliss, you will stop laziness in as much as you will be able to cultivate virtues all day and night without awareness. Therefore, in order to stop the laziness, gross, subtle, very subtle, we need to achieve the fluency, the physical and mental fluency, right? When we achieve the physical fluency, you can sit on the meditation posture for few hours, few days. If we have a mental fluency, our mind is become very, serviceable. Then when you meditate on emptiness, you can meditate on emptiness continuously, few hours, few days. Therefore, if we have a true fluency, then laziness is going to stop. Then how we can achieve the fluency? To develop this fluency, you must be able to have continuous enthusiasm for the concentration that cause fluency. Laziness can be stopped when we achieve the true fluencies. We can achieve the true fluencies when we have the enthusiasm, the joy effort, the delight mind, enthusiasm for concentration, that called fluency. Then how to develop the enthusiasm. You need a continuous, intense yearning, that is the intention on concentration. So please remember, first we need to stop laziness. Laziness can be stopped if we achieve the true plan C. We can achieve the true plan C when we have a delight, right? Delight or enthusiasm mind on the concentration. How we can develop the enthusiasm? We can develop enthusiasm continuously, intense yearning, that is the intention on concentration. Of course, for this yearning, you need steadfast confidence and fascination with the good quality of the concentration. But please remember this order. Laziness can be stopped when we achieve plan C. Plan C can be achieved when we have a enthusiasm, joy effort, delight about concentration. We can have the enthusiasm, delight mind, joy effort when we see the qualities, right? The yearnings, the cause of this yearning, you need steadfast confidence. That means we need to know, we need to see the qualities of the concentration. When we see the qualities of the concentration, then we have a very strong, solid, like belief or faith on the meditation. Therefore, first we think, if we have a meditation, the unmistaken, the flawless meditation, right? Then I can achieve all the good qualities. Therefore, step number 1, stop laziness. How to stop laziness? Through achieving the true plan Cs. How we can achieve true plan Cs? We can achieve true plan Cs when we have a enthusiasm about meditation. How we can have an enthusiasm, the delight mind about meditation? We can have very delight, joy effort, enthusiasm about meditation when we see the quality of the meditation. When we see the quality of meditation, then we have a very strong kind of desire, strong belief, and strong faith of meditation. Therefore, this step, please remember all these steps. For example, I am not happy with my particular sickness. I'm not happy because I have this sickness. I must stop the sickness. How I can stop? I can stop if I have the right medicine. How I can have the right medicine? I can have the right medicine if I have a right doctor. If I have a right doctor, if I meet right doctor, I must believe he or she is the right doctor, then right medicine. Then I can stop the sickness. These steps are very important. So to start with cultivating again and again a confidence, the aware of the good quality of the concentration. When you see this process in practice, so this process, this order, we can see actually when we apply, when we try to practice. Therefore, process in practice, you will understand this most vital point with the clearest sense of the certainty, Mitriya. This order taught by Mitriya Buddha. Please remember, first the precondition, then meditation posture, then what to do, period focus meditation, observe the meditation. Then this order, right? Continuously, page number 34. In this context, the good qualities of the concentration are as follows. So what is the good quality? What is the good about meditation? What are the good things about, like a meditation or concentration? Are as follows. When you reach serenity, your mind is filled with the delight and your body filled with the bliss. Your mind is very delight, your body is very bliss. So you are happy in this lifetime. Also, since you have attained physical and mental plenty, you can turn your attention to any virtuous object of meditation you choose, right? Therefore, when you have the right meditation, you can have the plenty, physical and mental plenty. When you have this one, your life can be very happy in this lifetime. Not only that, then when you have two plenties, you can turn your mind, your attention to any virtuous object of meditation you choose. For example, you achieve serenity on impermanence. Then next, when you do meditation on emptiness, you can do meditation on emptiness for a long time. That means you just turn your intention into any virtuous object of meditation you choose. That means your mind become very, I think your mind is become very tend. So first few hours, you can do meditation only about impermanence, then emptiness, then bodhicitta, then great compassion. You can meditate on whatever you wish to meditate on. It's a benefit. Not only that, since you have coiled, uncontrolled the destruction towards the wrong sort of object, you are not constantly involved in the wrongdoing, and any virtues you do is very powerful, right? Because your mind is fully controlled by you. Remember, until now, we follow the minds. The mind have a desire, then we achieve the things according to desire. Since you have serenity, that means your minds follow you. You are not more following your mind. Right? Therefore, since you have coiled, uncontrolled destruction towards the wrong sort of object, you are not constantly involved in the wrong and any wrongdoing, and any virtues you do very powerful. Based on serenity, you can achieve good qualities such as the super knowledges, and the supernormal power. In particular, it is on the base of the serenity that you develop the knowledge of insight that knows the real nature, whereby you can quickly cut the root of the second existence. If you reflect on any of these good qualities, you will become aware of and meditate upon things that is strengthen your inclination to the cultivate concentration. So those are the benefit of the meditation. You must know the benefit of meditation that you wish to do meditation. When you really wish to do meditation, then you are very enthusiastic about meditation. Then you can put effort. Then you can achieve serenity. Then you can have you can achieve the plenty. Then you can stop the laziness. Right? Therefore, in our life, we have been practicing Dharma. So yesterday was okay, today no okay. Morning was okay, my practice was good. Afternoon, I cannot do my practice because of the laziness. Laziness it doesn't mean the man doing nothing. They're doing so many things, but all the activities cannot be conducive for meditations, right? Those are please remember this order, according to page number 33, what to do prior to the focusing on attention on the object of meditation. Please remember this order, because we are not just having the class, okay? We have to go through these steps. I need to check the time. Okay. Then, what to do while focusing on the object of meditation? This section has two parts. What are the two parts? Two parts. Please read in English, in Chinese. Identifying the object of meditation upon which your attention is set. Then how to focus your mind on the object of meditation. Within the first has how many parts? Two. What are the two parts? Please read. A general presentation of the object of meditation. Identify object of meditation for this context. Therefore, we need to identify object of meditation. Otherwise, we think, we're doing meditation. Actually, we are not doing any meditation. Therefore, we need to identify the object of meditation. How we can identify? There's two parts. First, the general presentation about object of meditation. I'm talking about general way, right? Then particular. So, what we have learned? First, we need to practice both. Second, when we do meditation, we must have the precondition. After we have all the preconditions of meditation, then we need to do the actual meditation, right? Then mentally preparation means practice bodhicitta. Then when we do meditation, what kind of physical posture I must have? Then you talk about 7. Then what is the main obstacle not achieving serenity, not achieving insight, cannot do meditation because of the laziness? Clear? Laziness. Then how we stop laziness? Laziness can be stopped when we achieve plenty. Plenty can be achieved when we have the delight, enthusiastic mind about meditation. How we can have the delight, enthusiastic about meditation? We need to know the qualities, the benefit of the meditation. When we know the benefit of meditation, the quality of meditation, then we really wish to achieve the meditation. So remember all this order. So general presentation of the object of meditation, identifying object of meditation for this context. That means generally, these are the object of meditation. And particular person must have a particular object of meditation. First has a 3 parts. What are the 3 parts? 3 sections. The object of meditation themselves. What is the object of meditation? How should meditate on which object? Who should meditate on which object? The synonyms of the object of meditation. Please remember these three things. Object of meditation themselves. Who should meditate on which object? Synonyms of the object of meditation. The object of meditation themselves has 4 parts. 4 parts. Bhagavan stated that yogi have 4 types of object of meditation. This being number 1. Please read what's the number 1? Universal object of meditation. But Tibetan language we say Kyabe Mikpa. Because universal is very confusing mind. Do you remember truth of suffering? Suffering has 4 characteristics. No. There's 3 types of suffering. Suffering of suffering, suffering of change. The last one, pervasive suffering. Pervasive. It's a universal means the pervasive object of meditation. Kyabe Mikpa. Kyaba means it can be meditated by anybody. Kyabe Mikpa. What's the number 2? Object of meditation, purifying your behavior. Object of meditation for purifying what? Purifying your behavior. Number 3, object of meditation for expertise. Number 4, object of meditation for purifying afflictions. That means purifying your behavior, purifying your affliction. That means there are 4. Please remember what are the 4 object of meditation. Universal object of meditation, object of meditation for purifying your behavior, object of meditation for expertise, and object of meditation for purifying afflictions. Sonam, can you check in Chinese what is the number 1? Is universal or like pervasive object of meditation?
Pervasive, Geshe-la.
Correct. I told you that generally the Dharma words, the Chinese, English compare, the Chinese is very close to the actual meaning. Also Tibetan. English is, because one problem is not the problem because we have so many translators. They translate by their own idea. Okay, that's good. Then the 2 types of, now we study about the universal or pervasive object of meditation. Universal object of meditation are of the four types. Discursive image, non-discursive image, the limit of existence, and the achievement of your purpose. Limits of existence and achievement of your purpose. So I hope you remember here, let's say image, discursive image, non-discursive image. Mean any kind of meditation is a mental image, okay? For example, when I visualize, let's say I visualize Buddha Shakyamuni. I visualize Buddha Shakyamuni, then I meditate on, Buddha Shakyamuni. Mean, first I need to remember the Buddha's feature. What is the Buddha look like? Based on picture, photo, painting, statue. When I have the right image of the Buddha Shakyamuni, then since I focus the image in my mind, the mental image, I'm not looking, the external painting, external statue. I'm focusing the image of the Buddha in my mind. Therefore, image. Discursive means I'm not just focusing on the image of the Buddha. At the same time, I'm analyzing about the Buddha Shakyamuni. When we analyze, we say, discursive image. Not analyzing, just fully focus, just fully, visualize the Buddha in your mind, become non-discursive. Right? Discursive, non-discursive. Then limits of the existence. Limit existence is only, you can give two, the conventional phenomena, ultimate phenomena. Now you have mentioned here, the two types of image, discursive and non-discursive, are posted in terms of the observer. The first is the object of insight, and second is the object of meditative serenity. Non-discursive means, therefore, insight and serenity, we cannot differentiate based on the object of meditation. Right? That means one object can be object of meditation of serenity, can be object of insight. For example, image of the Buddha in your mind. It can be object of meditative serenity, can be object of insight. So based on the image, when the wisdom analyze, then the image is become object of insight. When you are not doing any analysis about the image, then the image is the just object of serenity. That's because observer, right? And second, the object of meditative serenity. The image is not the actual specifically characteristic object upon which your mind is a focus, but it rather the appearance of the object aspect through your mind. Please remember, this sentence. The image is not the actual specifically characterized object upon which your mind in focus, but rather the appearance of the object aspect through your mind. When you carry out analysis while observing an object, then the image is discursive since analytical thing is present. When you stabilize your mind without analyze while observing an object, the image is said to be non-discursive since analytical thinking is absent. As for this image, what object of meditation are the image of. They are the image or aspect of the 5 objects of meditation for purifying behavior, 5 objects of meditation for expertise, and the 2 objects of meditation for purifying afflictions. Right? Therefore, so we can stop here today. Since, I hope since we have the lesson from the volume 3, I think everybody try to, or really, seriously, you are trying to experience about meditation. I really hope all of you are very serious about know the meaning of meditative serenity, the meaning of insight, why it is so important to practice both of them, why it is insufficient to practice only one of them, and how to unite. Okay, please, everybody must go through your own experience based on Lamrim. Otherwise, you are trying to do meditation, but your meditation is not on the right track. You have a lot of false meditation. If you do, continuously do the false, mistaken meditation, then your mind you have a very bad habits. Therefore, Tibetan use, at the beginning, you have a bad habit to, write, the improper letter, improper character. Then in the future, you cannot really change because your mind used to it. Therefore, please, if you have a, kind of inappropriate idea of meditation, you must change. You try to fix. So you can see what Lama Tsong-kha-pa said in Lamrim is a very authentic because he proved this is this way. Because Buddha said, Nagarjuna said, Asanga said, he quoted all the teaching. So therefore, please everybody, not just attend the, Lamrim class, try to have a experience. Therefore, every day, everybody must have a minimum half an hour, like 30 minutes, particular time to do, study about meditation. That means you read Lamrim, then you do, meditation. Read Lamrim, then you must try to understand why I need to practice too. And what are the preconditions? Among the preconditions, which are more important? Then the feature, the posture of meditation. Then the preparation. Then the object, right? So please, everybody go through your own experience about meditation based on Lamrim. If you don't understand, no problem. We have an English book, we have a Chinese Lamrim, we have a Tibetan Lamrim. You open the Lamrim and try to understand. Okay, and I think since tomorrow, every Saturday morning class, we can do the 2 lessons. One, we go through the entry into middle way. And recently, His Holiness has give a teaching about eloquence, essence of the eloquence. I think, we must have maybe 4 or 5 times about the essence of eloquence. Because many people has a doubt, many people not sure about the teaching. Therefore, we use the eloquence, essence of eloquence book in English Also, I think many people have the Chinese copy. So maybe 1 hour, maybe half hour intermediate way, maybe 1 hour about essence of eloquence. So please everybody prepare the soft copy. So I will start from the 3 reality, actual, the Chitta Mantra school. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Geshe. So we have few questions here. Mayfen, would you want to unmute yourself?
Yes. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, Mayfen, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Geshe, and thank you, TBC, for arranging the teaching. I have a question on the meditation. So we were talking about the discursive image and the non-discursive image. So when I try to practice serenity meditation, when I focus the image on the Buddha, the qualities of the Buddha, thoughts on the qualities of the Buddha will arise in my mind. So, but should I continue and do this kind of analytical meditation, or shall I actually focus on just the image of the Buddha to cultivate serenity?
For the first few months, everybody, please you select one object, just only one object for achieving serenity. One object, you should not change object very often, then you cannot achieve serenity. For your case, you selected the image of the Buddha as an object of meditative serenity. So when you do meditation on the image of the Buddha for the first few months, just only focus the image of the Buddha in your mind. Don't think about the quality of the Buddha, quality of the image of the Buddha. Just look like you are just watching. Your mind just only watching the image. Should not do any analytical meditation. But sometimes then the image of the Buddha in your mind become very unclear, slowly, disappear. Then you do, re-establish using very short kind of sentence, short kind of reasoning, logic, and recreate the image. Then again, just focus, just watch. Your mind just only watches the image of the Buddha. If you forgot, if you're not so clear, then you create the image. Since then you should not do any analytical meditation. When your mind becomes very stable, let's say actually you achieve serenity, then this is the time to do analytical meditation. Otherwise, please, you just visualize the Buddha in your mind. You just focus on it. Don't do any other kind of meditation. Also, sometimes while you're doing meditation of the image of the Buddha in your mind, suddenly you remember recitation. Please stop. Should not do any recitation while you are doing meditation. Okay. Yeah, this answer for you. Next question, please.
Sorry. Yeah. Can Geshe give an example of a mental transformation, realizing emptiness with the absence of serenity?
Look at mental transformation means, for example, someone really likes what you call the noodle in Singapore noodle. Let's say somebody really likes the oily noodle, right? Really likes the oily noodle, spicy and oily noodle, really like. The person have been eating the noodle. Then one day he realized it's very oily. It can be cause me to have a diabetes, high blood pressure, right? So he understood eating oily food, oily noodle is not good. Since he stopped, then he or she got mental transformation about knowing the oily food is no good. Likewise, when we have a desire, attachment about the phenomena, any phenomena, right? Then through your study, through your understanding, you realize nothing really exists safely. When you know the things not exist safely, independently, then since you know the thing is not exist safely, since you know that, then you have a less attachment, less desire, less anger, easy to control your negative thoughts. That means this is the mental transformation, related to context to the knowing the selflessness. Yeah, mental because look at all the dharma we have been learning, all the dharma practice only for mental transformation. Before we have a very self-centered attitude, since study Lamrim, self-centered attitude become weaker. These are mental transformation, right? So yeah, this means what does mean mental transformation? With Tibetan we call Semji mean mind, Sem mind, Gyurwa mean transformation, or Semji Nyongwa mental experience. Yes, next question please.
Yes, Geshe-la, what is the provision or criteria of having experienced a mental transformation, understanding emptiness, impermanence, and etc.?
Criteria of experience, right?
Yeah, criteria of having experienced a mental transformation to understand emptiness, impermanence, and etc.
Yeah, most important, criteria is, I think we have not only just remember once, not realize only one time, we repeatedly, we have to do a lot of repeat kind of, study, repeat meditation. Then we can have a experience. For example, very simple example, when most of you attend teaching from His Holiness. When we are in the teaching presence of His Holiness, for us, that moment we cultivate great compassion, we cultivate renunciation. Then after finish teaching, then all the experience has finished. This kind of experience we have to do very repeatedly. Repeat it, repeat it like meditation, repeat it, practice. Then you can have all the experience. We are lacking because we just remember some time, very short time, not always, not how to have a long time the kind of remembering. So the best important criteria is repeat it, repeat, right? Yeah.
Repetitive, yeah.
Repetitive, yeah. Meditation, repetitive study, repetitive remembering. Next question, please. Then we can stop.
Yeah, that's the last. This is the last question. Geshe-la, many lamas said Singapore, due to its busy energy and distraction, it is impossible to achieve calm abiding in Singapore. Could you kindly comment?
I think the monk who said, I think he just walked around the, supermarket. Maybe only around the Marina Bay. Okay. For example, in Singapore, we have a many quiet, clean place. For example, recently, I think among you, none of you know, there's a new park between East Coast and the Tanjung Road, right? Very beautiful, very nice view. There's not many people there. Even those who come, they were very just be quiet, doing their, they just enjoying there. Actually, for me, if you go to Dharamsala, Tibet, Bhutan, right? You cannot find that very stable, clean place. For me, based on my knowledge, I think Singapore is one of the best places to do Dharma practice. And also many people think, oh, this place a negative energy, that place a positive energy. I personally, I don't believe this kind of thing. It's really, for example, when you stay, you are like a condo, it's quite quiet, not that noisy. When you go to Dharamsala, you can hear all kinds of noisy from 4 directions. Yeah, so Singapore is a very nice place to do Dharma practice. Also very easy accessed. Any of you have any comment about Singapore is not good place to do practice of Dharma? Anybody has a comment?
You can unmute yourself, everyone. And anyone, any comment? Sui Kim?
Maybe it's too hot, Geshe.
Huh?
Too hot. You meditate, you fall asleep. Yeah. Some Lama say they on the aircon and open the window at the same time.
They call stupid Lama, open window, on aircon, what's the point?
Yeah.
Because the hot and cold, Singapore is not that hot place, right? Because you have that, your temperatures go around like 28.
30, 32 sometimes in the afternoon.
India daily go 45, 50. No air condition. No lot of, green like a park. No. This Singapore is a very nice actually. Weather is not that hot. Yeah. Okay, so thank you so much all of you to attend the Lamrim class. Tomorrow we will have 2 lessons. First we can have the 50, like half hour intermediate way. It's I think the right timing because reach to the results of teaching about emptiness. And right now we are going to study of the wisdom. So we will have 2 classes. Everybody prepare a 2 soft copy. And thank you so much and have a happy study and see you tomorrow. At the end, please dedicate a great amount of merit we have accumulated through our study Lamrim, through generating bodhicitta. First, dedicate the merit for becoming Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Dedicate the merit to have a better and profound understanding of the path and emptiness. Dedicate the merit to benefit all sentient beings, particularly your friends, your family, your neighbors, your co-workers, and all sentient beings. Particularly this day, there's a lot of dangers to have a war in Middle East, also like between India, China, Taiwan, US. These days, the environment is very dangerous, please dedicate the merit to have a world peace for everybody. At the end, we have many people who support TBC, who are not attending the class. Also, please dedicate the merit to benefit those people who support TBC.